much taller than me as well,
I'll
isn't he?
stand back.
Yeah, you stand right at the back, so we can even it out. What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. This one's my first collaboration with Craig from Goodwin's place. Tell us about your channel, mate.
Okay, so my channel is a bit of everything, but mainly retro tech repairs, a bit of tech. So as soon as I seen Kelvin had this down here, the Grainfather kits with an app to do brewing, I was massively interested and messaged you out. Yeah, even just having a quick look at it now with all the connecting to Wi-Fi and things like that, absolutely loved it. So I've done a couple of brew kits and things in the past, and yeah, anything with kits and tech around it, I'm really interested. So yeah, great to come down.
So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to kind of for Craig to have a go on the G40 by using the app and the step-by-step guide. So for somebody from like novice or kit brewer to show how easy it is to make that step into all grain. I've said this on a couple of videos before, and people kind of put it on a bit of a pedestal as to how difficult all grain is, and it's about as difficult as you want to make it, really, which hopefully you can find out today.
Yeah, it scares me a little bit, if I'm honest. It does scare me, just all the ingredients and everything else, but what you showed me so far is, I think we'll go through it step by step and see how it goes.
Well, we're going to be brewing an IPA, an American IPA. We've called it Goodwin's IPA, obviously. Controller, over to you, mate. Amazing. You have the power.
Cool.
Right.
You're going to have to show me what goes next, because I still haven't got a clue.
Right, water first, put on to heat, and then we'll weigh the grains.
Start heating?
No, not yet, we need water first. So what's better than a brew day? It's getting somebody else to do the mashing in for you. Little does he know that he's going to be doing the clean-up as well. Does that smell like, mate?
That's lush. That's so nice.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, instantly, as soon as it touched the water, it's like that perfect smell of brewing.
It's like Cardiff Central.
Cardiff.
When they used to brew the Brains beer. So yeah, we're just mashing in now. 4.5 kilos of Pilsner malt, 100 grams of Munich, and 100 grams of Cara Gold, just to give it that little bit of mouthfeel and colour to the beer. It is an American IPA after all, so could have probably put a little bit more malty backbone to it, but we're using some experimental hops, which Craig doesn't know about actually. We're using a little bit of CF185, I think it's called. I'll correct it if I'm wrong. So we're using that experimental hop today, as well as Amarillo and Mosaic. Just mind that little hook bit in the middle.
Yeah, I can feel that.
If you pop that up, then all that grain will fall into the bottom bit. And it won't be good.
Every scoop smells different as well. You can smell the different hops as we're going through the different ones.
Grains, not hops.
Grains. See?
Bloody amateurs.
Told you.
Amp off. And we've got to lift the basket up now.
Okay.
Whoosh. We are let that drain now. And then we can put the sparge water on. So we've just started the sparge. Nice colour on there. And off she goes.
Got it.
So this is the experimental hop we're going with. CF185 from Charles Farram, I think, sold by the malt miller. So we're going with 50 grams of this for 10 minutes in the boil. So very late addition. And we're also going to be going with 25 grams of Mosaic and 25 grams of Amarillo as well. So this is going to smell incredible in here now. Better than the sweaty sparge. Have a sniff of that, mate.
Oh, it smells lush.
There you go. What we're also going to be doing is chucking in some Irish moss. So that helps to clarify the beer. Try to find it. So this is findings, if you like, or you can use Protaflox tablets, which is made out of fish guts.
Okay.
Or
Nice.
you can use Irish moss and just a good pinch of that.
So it quite literally is
Moss.
the moss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a good pinch of that, so it helps clarify the beer, help coagulate all the proteins.
Nice.
All natural. Right, so we just started the timer for the boil. How do you think it's going so far?
It's good. It's not. I'm not going to say it's not as difficult as I thought, but the way we've gone through it bit by bit, and I can see that it's just a process.
It's not scary, is it?
Yeah, as long as you're following the process and everything to it, it's doable at the moment so far. What I've seen we've done through, and yeah, it's scary on the amount of boiling water we've got sat next to us and things like that. But
it's a bit like a bromantic steam room, isn't it? Crash the audio, see. So whilst that's boiling away, just going to prepare the fermenter. We're not putting the hops in until 10 minutes before the end of the boil, so that'll be a massive hop drop. We're still going to get the right amount of IBUs, which I can't remember what it was, but it was on the low side of an IPA anyway. At least I've closed the tap this time. I normally don't close it. And in the homebrewing community, it's always saying, don't fear the foam. So
Okay.
you can, once it's empty, just
put it in.
bang it in.
Yeah, that would freak me out.
Yeah,
Having that
thinking it's
foam
gonna, yeah. So that, put beer straight
That's
in there.
fine.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that what...
Well, cheers, mate. Happy brew day.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Iechyd.
Thank you there. Oh, that's nice. That's the first one you did, was it?
That's the first one
On
on the
that
G40.
kit.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Just still needs to condition a little bit more, but that'll taste completely different to the version that's on the keg.
Oh, right,
Weirdly,
okay.
'cause
Because it's handfuls.
Yeah, that's got less carbonation in it. The one on the keg would be fizzier and colder,
Nice.
so it kind of changes it a little bit. Should go off. There we are. Add 10-minute addition now. Can't go wrong. So just sprinkle it in gently all the way around and stir it in as you go.
Stir it in as well.
Yeah. Everyone loves a hot drop. What does that smell like?
It smells lush.
So that's it now in terms of hop additions. We'll cut back when we're transferring to the fermenter that I nearly tripped over. We've only had 1 pint. Well, not even a pint actually. So we'll just sanitise the chiller. We'll get about half a litre drawn through it just to make sure there's no nasties in there. Start the pump and use this just to get it flowing. Off it goes. And then we'll let this run for about 5 minutes then, just so it sanitises inside of the, because that's still 100 degrees. So see, that's just normal beer coming through now. Pop that in here. We'll just let that run for 5 minutes or so. Okay, so currently running at 23 degrees coming out. It's time to transfer. Should really knock it off, but I'll pinch it. Bang it in. Just good to get some air in there as well.
It's good to have air, is it?
Yeah, on this side it is, yeah.
Okay.
But once it's fermented, it's bad. So you need as much oxygen as possible, so the yeast can feast off it. You can put the yeast in. You can do the final, send it on its way. Help yourself, mate, if you want more beer.
No. I'm
Carry
fine.
on, mate.
I gotta go for a family meal tonight. If I keep drinking, I'll be hammered.
You're not going to burn.
Great.
Unless that's wrong.
Feels like cool.
So Craig has just asked, what does it taste like before it's fermented? And yeah, do you want to let us know what it tastes like?
Stupid question, really, wasn't it? So, oh, it's a strange taste. I can't even.
I'm not insulted.
No, it's
Sweet,
It's not bad.
sweet
Yeah,
and
sweet.
bitter at the same time.
Yeah, it's not a bad taste. I don't think I could drink a load of it.
No, you wouldn't want to.
But yeah, it's not what I thought it was going to taste like.
No.
That's really, yeah, it's
It's
really
weird.
different, isn't it?
Some people put like whiskey with it or rum with it
Oh, fair enough.
to
It's
balance it out.
Yeah, different. I didn't think it would taste like that, but it's becoming a big difference then when it's gone through the next couple of days.
Exactly.
And
Thank God for yeast, eh?
yeah,
Isn't it? No, so that's us done with the brew day. We've got about 20 litres in there.
Yeah.
In the fermenter. Again, trying to dial this in. Went for the 23 litre batch, missed it again. So I've gone from one extreme to the other with it. So I'll do another batch, just to try and get this dialed in. So about to do the cleanup through the new outlet valve system that I've made, and I'll leave the link in the description below. How do you think about it, mate?
it's good. It was.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's so many bits that are going on, but there was nothing in there that was really difficult or technical to do that I don't think I couldn't have done without following the app and a bit of instruction along with it. But no, it's really straightforward. I think going from kits, as I said I've done before, into this, it's a bit of a big leap, and I think it's that kind of nervousness around going from something that you've never, you know, on a cheap kit, it's a small risk financially and everything, but go into something like this. I'm surprised how the kit is great, and
I think
everything taking you through, as you say, you're still learning with it and building up the volumes and everything else, but
you just got to learn,
really
learn
cool.
by your mistakes, and the only way to get better is by doing those mistakes, isn't it? So
no, I'm really.
hopefully this isn't a mistake anyway.
we'll see how it turned out, but yeah, it was great to see the full process, because I think.
Hang on, you've got the clean up to do, That's only half the process.
Just seeing it come through though, and seeing the temperatures and everything, and unbelievable. The precision on it and things. So really keen to have a look at what I can do in the house again in the future. I don't think I'll ever go to this level.
Never say never, mate.
No.
It's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope.
But I'm definitely keen to get into doing a full brew rather than a kit at some point. So I'll be picking your brains for what to buy and
no worries, man. No problem at all.
Cool.
Good. All right. Well, I think we'll have to leave it there, unless you want to film the cleanup.
You can do.
No, we won't do that. So again, thanks to Craig for coming over.
Oh, thank you.
From Goodwin's place. Again, his video is all about techie stuff. Is that fair enough?
Yeah, that's
techie?
fair enough.
Yeah, it's random techie, very interesting and very well presented and edited. May I say so?
Thank you.
And head over to his channel and check it out. If it's something you like, then obviously don't forget to subscribe. My next video, I said it in the last video as well, is going to be an Imperial Stout, but we've done this one in between because we couldn't wait. We had a window of opportunity. Our diaries aligned, so why not jump on board?
Yeah.
You might have seen as well, purchased some of Harry Brew's new glasses from the Brew Shed. Really smart design. I'm sure you've noticed them. We had a couple of beers earlier, and happy with these, mate. Thank you very much, Harry. So nothing much to say really, is there? But just a clean up. You all know how much I love the clean up. So, okay, well, thanks, and I'll see you on the next one. Iechyd.
Cheers.
You should have drunk the end of your wort.
I know.